This is a 2006 Honda Pilot 4-wheel drive. I just got this about a couple of days ago from a colleague, and I knew the rear driver's side window regulator has failed. So that's what I'm hoping to take care today. So to start with, just a general, there's a cover here right by this release latch, and you had to pop it with a flat head. We will take a look at that once I get to it. And then there are a couple of screws here, and then you have to pop this panel off and disconnect the window opener control. And then there is another screw right here, and pretty much that's it. Then you should be able to pop the clips and then pull them off and disconnect. I think this the connection to release the latch, and then we should be able to look inside and then get the old regulator out, put the new one in. Typically I get the OEM regulators, but this is a 2006 model, almost 20 years old. So I saw on YouTube a lot of people use the Dorman, and this one, the part number is 748512, and this is what I'm going to use today. So let's start. So here's the cover we need to get off. I don't know if it's visible. Right where my, let me with the other hand, right there is where you need to put a small flat head, and then pull it off. It should come off. Here's a closer look, and I have a small flat head, so it's visible. This is pretty small. Just go in there, pop it in. There we go. Just came off. And where did it go? It's here, right here. This is what we removed. As you see behind, we can see two screws there. That's what we're gonna remove next. Here we go. I'm just gonna show the start, and then I'll complete. I have to pull this and then go from there. The next one is right down here. So just have to unscrew all the three, and then we'll go to the next step. That screws off, and just use a magnet to pull it out. So it's always a good idea to use a magnetic like that tool like this to keep them organized. So we know the small ones go on the top, and then the longer one right here, and the next we're gonna pop that here. And if you take a look inside the right corner, I'm not sure if it's visible here. Let's zoom in a little bit. There's a small notch at the bottom. I'm going to put the screwdriver right there with a flat head, and let's go back a little bit. Right, that's where it is. And then you should be able to pop, just gently pull up. So there we go. And then it should pop off right there. It's off. All I have to do is pinch and pull this connector. It's right here. You can see the pinch point, and then I need both hands. You just pinch it, and then it should pull out. So here we go. Let's take a closer look how it works. So here is the pinch point. You just push it all the way down and then pull it. I think pretty much that's done. It's ready for the panel to come out now. I'm just gonna use a panel pry tool and gently pry off on the edge. Once it starts coming off, you should be able to pull it out easily. Once the panel, once you get one of the clips loose, you should be able to gently tug at it. See here, like so. And it's on this side, on the right side. Let's do this. There we go. Just gentle, don't overdo it. And then we have to, I think on the top, once that's there, it sits on a channel there at the top, so you have to raise it and then pull it out. So right now it's off from the bottom, as you can see. I think one more clip here, right there, and then see on the right side. clips. That's it. There is a fourth screw. I just noticed it. It's right there, right here. Get that off, and that's the end of it. Then let me get my magnet. It's still there, so I'm going to take it out and then we'll look. Okay, this, to release it, I think this needs to pop out, and that's where it goes into there all the way down. So I think I'm going to use a flat head to push it out and take it on the hook, and it sits in like so. All you have to use a flat head to push it out, and it just comes off. So when we put it back, you gotta keep it in that orientation, put the hook in, and then pull it, and then it just kind of holds it in place, the top piece. I heard also this can be brittle. Luckily this one seems to be okay. So this is the normal orientation when the pin is in, the hook is in, and then you push it out, and then it just drops off like that. So you have to put the hook in and then push it in when we reassemble it. The panel is off, and we can look at the vapor barrier, and let's see. In some cases I think we can remove all the way down here, and up here should be enough to get the regulator out. But if it has a hard time, then we may have to remove the speakers and then peel it back a little bit further. So this one should be relatively easy. I think I need to pop this off. It has a kind of like a just pops off. Pretty straightforward. So as we get this glue off, it's I think it's better to use like a razor or something, or box cutter, to gently pry it off, so that way we don't have to worry about having to apply new glue. So that's what I'm going to do next. I'm going to gently trim it. Let's take a look. Seems to be working. So as I pull it on the left side, you can just see it's not that bad. It goes pretty quick. We'll take a look after I complete the rest of it. Disconnect this clip from the window regulator, and then this connection. So once again, it's pinch in and then pull out. It's kind of, I think it's like a little bit of liquid in there. Gotta clean it, and this also needs to come off. And after that, it's just these bolts, the 10mm bolts, that's secure, and then a few more here, and one down, two down there, and then also need to get the window that is secured to the regulator. That's like through these holes, So I brought the window down just so I can disconnect those 10mm bolts that hold the window to the regulator, and then just realized I also have a Lyle window holder. The part number is 63900. So once I actually have the extension holding it now in that spot, so I'm gonna use this to hang it, and now I have to do all this cleanup of this gaffer tape. So that's the next step. Just got the regulator out. I think this is the orientation should go in. Here we go. That's the wire. Let's take a look at the new dormant regulator. It comes with these 3 bolts pre-installed, so that's going to make my job a little easier. and compared to the original, it looks about this. It's a little different, but yeah. So I have 4 hoses come pre-installed. Should make it easy to pop them in. So those are the hose 1, 2, and then 3, and the 4th one is, where is it? There's only 2 on this side. I think 3rd one needs to go from the outside. So I'm gonna put it and try to get it all set. New regulator is in, and I've just hand tightened them and fully secured. I'm gonna bring down the window and then secure those 2 bolts, and then we'll test it before we tighten it to the torque spec. Let's take a look at how the window sits on the regulator. It's right where the light is pointing. It's sitting on that ledge. Let me take my finger and show. Right there. In there. And then now we can put the bolts in. Those bolts right there. You can see. And right there. And that'll complete. Once that's secure, I can tighten the rest of them. I'll test before tightening it. The first one is in. Here's the second one. There we go. They both are tight. I will make sure it's to the torque spec. And the next step is to test the operation. I have the key in. Let's test how it works. Nothing. Oops. I think I need to connect a there. I think that's it. But don't know why it's not working. I have to check. After I stopped the recording, realized I didn't make the connection to the regulator, the power. That's why it wasn't working. So let's try. There, it's working. There we go. I'm going to take it all the way up, and then I'm going to torque the bolts to spec. It's working. The dormant regulator didn't come with this clip. I had to get it off there, right there, tap it out, and then put it on this. So that worked out. So pretty much done. Just need to button up, hook the latch in, and should be good to go. Battery is back on, all buttoned up. Just need this out, and we are ready to install the panel. Here's an easy way to put this latch back together. Pull that hook in, and like so. See, I'm holding with my one hand with the camera on the right, and align it to the hole, and then push it up, push the latch up, and after that you can that plastic piece, just move it to lock in place. So we'll take a look after I'm done with this. You can see now it's the hook is in, and I'm gonna try to hold the camera and show how to do it. And I'm gonna have a come on the back with the flat head. I can't even see, and push that towards, so it'll lock in place. So there we go. Keep going. A little bit more. There. Water view. There we go. Almost latched. Took me just a few seconds. You can see now it's in place, so we can put this back. So it's all done and clean. Let's take a look. There we go. Windows all fixed. all done.